Okay, this should be review. Point of view? It should be review, right? Point of view is who's telling the story, okay? So it's the standpoint from which a story is told, okay? So put that underneath where it says point of view, the standpoint from which a story is told. Do I need to zoom in? Okay. There you go. Okay, so the first type of point of view we have is first person. That's when somebody who is in the story is telling you the story. For instance, in the true story of the Three Little Pigs, you have the wolf who's in the story telling the story from his point of view, right? Which can totally change how you see things. So first person is told from the viewpoint of one of the characters, and you're gonna hear I, we, my, those pronouns that directly relate back to that person. So if I'm telling you a story of what happened to me this weekend, I'm gonna say, I went to Walmart and I bought myself some cereal and, okay, it's all about me, right? First person point of view is all about me, okay? So first person, told from the viewpoint of one of the characters using pronouns I, we, and my. Okay, then you have third person limited, okay? So I'm sure by now you've heard of first person and third person. But third person gets broken up, okay? Because you have third person limited. This is when you have a narrator telling the story, but they're mostly telling you the story focused on one person. They're not focused on everybody in this story. Kind of. In Little Red Riding Hood, the narrator's focused on Little Red Riding Hood and what she's supposed to be doing. We're not really focused on anybody else. That's third person limited, okay? So in third person limited, the narrator is an outside observer that focuses on the thoughts and feelings of only one character. So next we have third person omniscient, okay? This time the narrator sees all and knows all. Kind of like in the original Three Little Pigs, okay? The narrator in that story saw everything that was happening and told you everything from everybody. They just knew it all, okay? The narrator is not in the story. However, said narrator knows the thoughts and feelings of every character in the story, okay? Omniscient means you're everywhere all the time, okay? So the third person omniscient is the narrator is an outside observer who can tell us the thoughts and feelings of all the characters in the story. The last one is third person objective. This time, the narrator reports the facts of a narrator as neutral. They're impersonal. They're just an outside observer. They couldn't care less. You see this mostly in your nonfiction. When you have just reports about something. If I'm reading the National Geographic report about mongoose. Listen, I was trying to come up with a word and all I was coming up with was meerkat. And I'm like, nope, that's Timon, not Rikki Tikki. Okay. Of a mongoose. It's going to be a narrator telling me what's happening, but there's no thoughts, there's no feelings involved. It's just straight facts. Okay. Yes, Alexis. Exactly, like a weatherman reporting the weather. Like, there's no emotion involved. It's just, tomorrow it's going to be hot and muggy again. Welcome to Florida. Okay? So, third person objective. The narrator reports the facts of a narrator as a seemingly neutral and impersonal outside observer. Why is this important? Well, I mean, yeah, but why else is this important? Kyla? Okay, so yeah, practically, if you have a quiz and it asks about point of view, it's a good thing to know. But why is it important in reading and in writing to know the point of view? Alexis?
Because someone asks you a question or a book, maybe, or when you're writing, you have to be able to know his point of view. If you want to make exactly no sense, if you like, if the words are all mixed up, but it's supposed to be one point of view, but you're using a different point of view, and the reader would be scrambled in the brain.
Okay, so it's important if you're writing that you pick one and stick to it. Absolutely. It's also important if you're supposed to be writing a report about something, an unbiased report, you better be using third-person objective, because if you're writing it in first person and telling about your personal experiences, it's no longer unbiased, is it? Okay. What about the difference in The Three Little Pigs and The True Story of the Three Little Pigs? Did the point of view change the story? Absolutely. In the original, you get an omniscient point of view. We're just seeing the facts as they happen, right? In the remake, where the wolf's telling the story, it's his first-person account, right? And he's trying to make himself look innocent. Okay? Think about if you get in trouble. You and I'm not looking at you. I'm looking in that direction in general. For instance, let's say you and your best friend do something stupid. Okay? We're not going to specify what it might be. We're just going to leave it at you did something stupid. Okay? And you get called to Miss Doppler's office. And in Miss Doppler's office sits Miss Doppler and Mr. Cooper. I guarantee your version of the story, your friend's version of the story, and whoever you did this to's version of the story are not going to look the same, are they? No. Point of view can completely change an entire story. Okay? Hopefully this year we're going to get the opportunity to read the book Flipped. It is a fantastic, fun novel, but each chapter is told from a different character's point of view. It flips back and forth between a little girl and a little boy. Okay? She thinks they're the best of friends. He can't stand her. And so you read the same things. So you're seeing the same things happen, but one time it's from her point of view and one time it's from his, and it completely changes the story. Guys, point of view can completely change everything about a story, okay? A first-person account is not as reliable as a third-person objective account. Why? Because first person, you're going to have all of their feelings involved. They get all up in their feels while they're telling you about it. Versus third-person objective, they're just telling you the facts. Third-person omniscient sees it from everybody's point of view. They're telling you as they're looking over the grand scheme of things. They're telling you what's happening. Versus third-person limited, they're telling you what's happening, but they're only telling you from one character. Okay? Point of view can change everything. Keep that in mind. We will use it a lot this year, okay? All right.